Welcome to Generation Truth Podcast with Carey and Rebecca Charles, where we declare the Lord is good, His mercy is everlasting, and His truth endures to all generations. Today we have Brother Titus Carpenter. He is the youth leader at Heritage Baptist Church in Woodbridge, Virginia. How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing very well, enjoying camp.
Enjoying camp. Oh my goodness, I can't believe it. We are almost finished with summer camp. Second to last teen week, but we're so glad he's here with us today. I played a pretty epic game of volleyball with your wife earlier.
Yeah, she's very intense.
She was very good. I am not, but there was a lot of us out there. We had a great time. We just got introduced this week, honestly, but it's been exciting to get to know you and your family a little bit. I love your son. Armando is amazing. I love him to death. And we are so glad to talk about something that is very practical today, and that is really youth ministry. Okay, how long have you been in youth ministry?
6 years, ever since 2020.
Okay, and you've had experience in Wyoming. Man, I didn't even know people lived out there. That's pretty amazing.
And people are not aware it's real.
Yes, apparentally not. More cows than people, I think.
More everything than people. I think.
I love it. And then came back home to your work with your dad.
Yes, sir.
And you've been the youth pastor now at Heritage for how long?
This will be 3 years.
3 years.
Yes,
wow. And doing a great job. I just have some random questions for you today, okay?
Absolutely.
I just want to pick your brain. And we have teenagers, young adults that listen to this podcast, and pastors and different people. We want to use this to be a blessing to them. Just want to pick your brain from your experience and your past. What are some ways that you've seen have worked in your youth group as far as getting your youth group to evangelize?
Yeah, when I was starting out in Wyoming, I learned pretty quick that you can't force people to do things. It's got to be their choice. I think the best way is just giving people opportunities.
Sure.
Heritage Baptist does a great program called SOAR, Strategic Outreach, and something I can't remember what it stands for right now. But that gives the teens an opportunity once a month to get out there and hang door flyers and things like that. In the first couple of years while I was just teaching and watching the lead youth director do that, I was really inspired that that's a really good way to do it. Just give the kids an opportunity to get out there.
Sure. Honestly, just developing the opportunity. Otherwise, they have no opportunity. They're not going to just do it themselves. That's really good. Do you guys just do visitation, or are there other things that you tend to do? Or
it's open. So most people, we get door hangers for the church, and you get a little map.
Okay.
And you can go hang those little door hangers on the doors. And then I always tell them, if you see somebody and it looks like you might have an opportunity to strike up a conversation with them, then it's a great thing for them to do.
Sure.
I tell them, if I was to approach a 14-year-old on the street, if I was the 14-year-old, I would not talk to me, right? And so that's a good thing in today's day and age. But if they're approached by somebody their own age, their own kind of demographic, they're a lot more likely to listen to them.
That's really good.
And so I think it's important for them to get out there.
And have you seen when the teenagers go out with you, do you feel like that makes people feel a little more comfortable?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. I tell them, single guy can be a very creepy thing for people to see, even though our intentions are very pure.
Yeah.
And so to have, younger people or kids or ladies with you can really be a blessing.
That's great. Okay, another question. What are some ways that have helped your youth group in their devotional lives?
It's a big struggle, even in both youth groups that I've been a part of. Most kids would say that they don't do enough devotions.
Sure.
And one thing that's really helped kids around me is accountability. And one thing that helped with that was finding different apps. There's a lot of apps out there for devotions that I can see, they sign up for the same program. I'm like, all right, it's a 3-week study or whatever it is. And I can see if Bob or whoever it is did their devotions today.
That's really
I can
good.
shoot them a message, be like, hey, I saw you missed. Is everything okay? And they can check up on me as well.
Interesting, man. So I have actually never done that with an app before. Usually it's somebody just sending you a text or something like that. That's really good. And most of the time we think of an app, we're thinking more of an accountability app for like purity and all that stuff. But for devotions, that's really great. That's awesome. That is a huge help, I'm sure. Here's another random question for you. This one, I know it's a little more personal, but as far as a youth leader, what would you say is one of the most difficult things that you've dealt with as leading youth?
I think one of the most difficult things that I've had to deal with was leaving my first youth group. We were very confident that it was God's will, wrestled over that for a long time. But when it came down to actually packing up and saying bye to those kids, that was very, very difficult for us to do.
Yeah. Do you find that the transition has gone pretty well at Heritage?
Yeah, I think so. Heritage is really good about helping through transitions and things like that. And so Josh, the former youth director, is still there. He's our kind of events pastor now. And so he's a really good shoulder to lean on. When I get into trouble or when I don't know what to do, I can kind of run to him.
Well, Josh is a troublemaker anyway, so he's great.
He knows all the problems that could arise.
Yes. Well, and I'm not just saying this because he's your dad, but your dad he's a pastor. He has a pastor's heart. And I've seen that in Heritage just from the little time that I have known them. They love to come alongside and to be a help to people. And that means a lot. They're very personable. And you need that in a time of transition. Something, God, you didn't expect God to take you from that area that you were in. But man, as far as just following the Lord, it's always worth it because he always makes it so special in the end when you follow him because you followed his will.
Absolutely.
That's wonderful. And then number 4, what is one of the best things? Let's do the flip side of that. What is one of the best things that you've dealt with as a youth pastor?
It's a lot more fun to talk about. And actually this last June, I was able to perform my first wedding.
Oh, wow.
For not one, but 2 of my former youth group members.
Oh my goodness.
In Wyoming. It's one of my favorite stories. Both of them would say they came from backgrounds that unchurched homes, things like that.
Sure.
Came to youth group, developed there. They both attended West Coast and began to date while they were there. And this past January, I want to say it was, I got a call from them asking me to perform their wedding.
Wow.
And he's in the ministry, and he's actually moved to Virginia, and he's working at Heritage Baptist with us.
Oh my goodness.
And so that's definitely one of the highlights of my ministerial life, at least to see the results of them. And I'm just super proud of them and blessed to be a part of their lives.
Yeah. Even in the only 6 years, okay, however, God has used you in those 6 years. And that's an encouragement to anybody that's listening, no matter how much experience you've had, God can use you.
Yes.
And God can use you right where you're at. He can take you from where you're at to somewhere even greater. And we just have to be willing to follow him no matter the cost. That is so special. That's awesome. Final question for you. How do you encourage your youth group and the people around you towards ministry, the things of the ministry, maybe encouraging them towards being open to full-time ministry?
Again, you can't force anybody towards it, but you can present it to them, and really encourage them. I like to do it in messages. I like to do it in conversations. That same young man, I didn't necessarily spend a lot of extra time talking to him about ministry. He came in one day and was just like, I think God wants me to be a pastor. And I was like, oh, that's cool. And asked him, what about Bible college? And he actually told me, I was like, I don't want to go to Bible college. It sounds not good for me. And so I just kind of felt the Holy Spirit say, lay off him a little bit, So I didn't say anything, and then a couple of weeks later, he came back in. He's like, I was thinking about what you said about Bible college, and I think I should do that.
Wow.
And actually, I told him, I'm like, great, we'll sign you up, register you, and we'll go visits and everything. And he says, oh, I already did all that. I'm visiting West Coast next week.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, man,
okay, you kind of jumped the gun on me.
Yes, wow.
And so that was one of those things that God was showing me, and every situation is different. But you don't always need to heavily pressure people. If God is calling somebody and they're sensitive to that calling, then you just got to be there to help them.
That is so terrific. Just coming alongside once again and giving them an opportunity to see, wow, I should be open to it. Even if it's not something God calls me to, I should be open to it. And having that youth leader that's right there to help me along with that, especially if I'm a young person, I have no idea what I'm doing. Somebody that I know I can count on, that means a lot. That is so good. Thank you so much for just sharing some healthy tips for a youth group as you're learning, but God's given you experience in the past 6 years as a youth leader, and we're excited excited for where God is taking you and your wife, Miss
Yes,
Beth,
definitely.
and your
Thank you.
kids. And we're glad to have you guys at camp this week. So these are some practical truths that you guys can take. Those of you that are listening online today, for maybe if you're a youth leader, you could take these and implement them in your youth group, or maybe you are a person in that youth group. Are you even thinking about ministry? Are you thinking about evangelism? What about your personal devotions? These are great things that we should all be a part of. And so where are you at? Let's think about these practical truths today. Let's get to know the truth so we can live the truth, so we can give the truth, because God's truth endureth to all generations.